Alright, it's finally happening, the World Cup Floral Art at the World Forum here in The Hague. We're gonna see floral design demonstrations from our fellow Floral Fundamentals ambassadors, and of course the first two tasks are happening today, so let's go inside. So in the background we have Max Herteau demonstrating, amazing florist from Belgium. Max and I have worked at the Philadelphia Flower Show at some point. Last December we were in Oman together with some other Floral Fundamentals ambassadors and Bill and Chris. So Max is making a standing bouquet, which is a technique that I really enjoy. It's when you have a structure that allows the bouquet to stand and have one binding point at the bottom. You can see all the stems are going into that binding point, and then later he will put it on a plate and it will look very exquisite. We have Thomas Max Kuczynski over here with his interpretation of the tulip vase. We're just seeing the structure now before they're going to work on it, and it's going to be interesting to see where is he going to put the flowers. Kind of looks like the flowers will be inside those half-round spherical shape. Here's Chantal Post's structure from Belgium, her tulip vase. I like this one a lot. I think the round organic shapes are very nice. It's a very calm structure. That's something I enjoy about this one. Hiroto Inoue here from Japan with a beautiful structure using all washi paper, it looks like. So he created these moon shapes, these crescent moon shapes with the washi paper, painted them, and I think that is the same indigo paint that they use for the traditional Japanese clothing. A callback to his own tradition. I'm looking forward to see how the flowers will be inside, and then let's see how he's gonna make this a true callback to the tulip vase. Rudy Casati from Italy. Very interesting structure. I am very curious to hear what the material is made from. You can definitely see the representation of the tulip vase inside very clearly, and it's very organic. Alright, Gabor Nagy from Hungary, also an incredible designer. So his design looks a lot more stylized, looks very elegant and very polished. So we just had the flag ceremony, and now the competitors are at their booth ready to begin. So we have Korea over here with their structure in the back, and of course Frédéric is over there.
A lot of supporters, huh?
Yeah, look at that, oh my god, really good. But it's gonna be cool, man. Yeah. You feeling okay?
Yeah. I want to start.
Yeah.
Yes.
15分ぐらいですね。
15分ぐらい。
今どんな感じですか？
今緊張してます。
緊張。
Very nervous.
もちろんですね。Looks really cool. Is it wax?
Yeah, wax, and inside there is a dry foam.
Ah, that's why. It looks really. It's like a tulip vase and the heart and the veins.
Yes,
Ah,
exactly.
beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful concept. So I saw your work already on the website. Looks incredible. Really. I don't know why I hadn't seen you before, but the work is really nice. Very organic. Yeah.
Thanks.
Right?
We are trying to do like more than one technique. So
Yeah.
we had the holes for the tubes,
Nice.
and then we've got these small tubes that remind you to the downside,
exactly.
and then the Kenzan, and
Yeah.
then some of the plants that they don't even have
Very cool.
water. So.
Competitors, you have 30 minutes remaining.
So, as you just heard, The competitors only have 30 minutes remaining. Behind me is Gabor Noc, and he's almost finished. Looking incredible, beautiful color combination, very luxurious. And then over there we have Rudy Casati from Italy, doing an amazing job. Beautiful colors as well. We can still see the structure nicely. And the Heliconia pendula, I think, are an amazing choice, really highlighting his color scheme. We have Irati, the Spanish competitor. Oh, she's doing an amazing job. Everything is very delicate, so much movement is in there, and it's really fitting with the shape of her object. So we're going now to Claudia first. So, nice work by Claudia over here. She's also almost finished. We have a nice vocal point with the philodendron leaves. Beautiful color combination, very tasty. Makes me want to eat some fruits. And the way it's blending, because she's using the allium in there, which is a nice callback to the frame. And then just overall amazing color palette. I can see some of the Latin Romance flowers that Gregor Lersch has taught her how to make. Those are really nice, creating nice delicate lines in there as well. Another nice detail is the tulip bulbs at the bottom, and the colors of the tulip bulbs are incredible as well. You can see the color coming back in her pincushion, her Lacuspermum, and in the Vanda. So here we have Frederik doing an incredible job. Color palette is amazing. The nice thing about the color palette is that we have mostly 90% yellow tones and very subtle yellow tones, and then a little bit of blue. We see the blue in the oxypetalum and a little bit blue in the laterus. Intelligent, well thought out color scheme that we have over here. Amazing botanical variety that he's using. We can see the structure is very Dali-esque, incredibly fantastical. An incredible Strelitzia variety that I've first seen only in Taiwan, and I think Frederik knows it also from Taiwan. It's an incredible eye-catching flower to have inside the structure. So we're at the competitor from China right now. The competitor from China has also an incredible depth in his work. We can see a beautiful fern coming all the way from the back into the front, creating a nice vocal. A lot of lines hanging down, so a lot of passive lines. So the competitors just finished their first task and everybody is finished in time. I didn't see anyone not finish in time, so incredibly exciting. I think we saw a lot of amazing designs being made, so I'm very excited to see where this will go and what will be in the next task and how they will do in the next task. Alright, task 2 at the World Cup has now started. They have a surprise task and they have to make a plant-based arrangement. So this is going to be very interesting. They get this frame, as you can see over here. They are able to saw it in pieces. They can redo it however they want. So some of the people already changed the look of the structure. And then they get a certain amount of plants, they get moss, and then they have to figure out what they want to do with it. So in this case, we can see the Korean gentleman over here. I think it's very smart what he's doing, because he's creating what looks like a Mondrian-esque sculptural situation. So that's very Dutch, of course. So he's keeping in mind that the other themes are also very Dutch. So maybe that will work in his favor. Let's find out. So Chris, this is a surprise task. What do you think? It's quite hard, right? If we look at the structure.
Yeah, it's an interesting wooden structure, and it's called planted, so it has to do with using plants as a material. And of course, they can take it and modify it however they want. So they're altering it in interesting ways to make it their own. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of different things going on, so making everyone unique.
Jenny Ingram over there, who chopped everything up and has just totally made a different structure out of it.
Yeah, she made a totally different structure, so it doesn't even resemble what it started as. And there's other people that are leaving it as a whole and like using the lines as they were. So there's so many different versions happening. It's exciting.
So Max, you've been studying with Federica a lot, so you maybe know a little bit about its thought process. Could you maybe explain a little bit what you think is happening over there, or do you have any clue?
So it's always a surprise, of
Yeah.
course. But I think Frédéric is following his own way. That's how he teach me floristry. So I think for me it's the thing that he has done now. I should do mostly the same. So I think he's on the good way, not taking too many risks, but doing the great job.
Yeah. So with this rectangular shape, it kind of makes sense to go more with parallel lines. So some of them we can see they're going parallel vertical, some of them are going parallel horizontal. Another thing is Chris just told me she noticed that a lot of people are doing the vocal at the bottom, but actually with something like this, maybe it's nicer if you have the vocal at the top, or just think outside of the box a little bit. So I'm very curious to see how this goes. This specific task is gonna make a big difference in the points, I think, for everyone. This is testing people's flexibility and creativity because it's a surprise task. So that was the end of day one. The time flew by. It was really amazing. Was really cool to see everyone's work, especially the first task was really incredible, in my opinion, to see everyone's designs and how unique and how different they all were. Second task looked super difficult. If I were given all of those materials, I would probably shit my pants, to be honest. But it was interesting to see what happened. You could really see that some people had a very difficult time because it was a difficult time, and some people made the task look like it was not a surprise task at all. When we looked at Thomas Max Kuczynski's design, for example, I felt like he prepared this at home with the way it seemed so planned out. It was really, really cool. And of course there were multiple people that felt under control, but it wasn't easy. We weren't able to film all of the individual designs as they were finished because it closed down very fast after the task was finished. So we'll show you the designs tomorrow, the results tomorrow. But of course you've already seen them work very hard and you already have seen some of the progress as it went on. So today was great and I'm very excited about what tomorrow will bring. So let's see.